Hello, Group 2, and welcome to your reading. So today you chose this beautiful ball-shaped pine cone. It is so gorgeous, I'll put it right here. And also you chose the Green Witch Tarot. And the question we are asking today is, what desires are you manifesting this autumn? What seeds of intention that you have planted in the past year are coming to you in this autumn? And remember, if you would like to, you are more than welcome to join me at the end of this video for a blessing so that your desires, your manifestations can come in faster, more effortlessly. I will be tuning into the viewers of this video and then channel my own energy to bless your intention. So if you would like to, do make sure to check that out. There will be a timestamp below. But for now, let's get into the tarot. So I will be drawing 3 cards. Each of them will represent a different aspect of your manifestation. The first one will be a representation of your desire. The second one will show what is going on behind the scenes with this manifestation. And then the third one will represent what needs to be released in order for this manifestation to come into your life faster. So let's start by shuffling the cards. What desire is Group 2 manifesting this autumn? What seeds of intention that they have planted are coming their way in this autumn season? Again, this could be different for the people living in the southern hemisphere, so just change that to spring over here. And then it is autumn. This is the season that is coming up next. So I'm just using that word. So for the desire, we have the Two of Pentacles. Okay, what is going on behind the scenes? What is going on behind the scenes with this manifestation? What does Group 2 need to know regarding what's going on behind the scenes? How is the universe getting involved in here? We have this card, we have number 11, the Standing Stone. This is the card of Judgment in normal tarot. And what needs to be released for the effortless manifestation of this desire? What needs to be released? Alright, we have the Knight of Chalices, which is the Knight of Cups. And bottom of the deck, we have the Queen of Wands. Okay, I'll put her right here for now. So, Group 2, what I'm seeing here is that there is some aspect of your life that has been feeling out of balance. You have been struggling to juggle your responsibilities in a way that would benefit everyone. This can mean one of many things, and it can be different for different people watching this video. Since this is the Two of Pentacles, this immediately makes me think about financial burdens and trying to balance out the way you invest your money, trying to juggle different streams of income in order to cover all of the expenses that you have in your everyday life. Perhaps there have been issues with saving, issues with overspending for some, or having to give to either a person or a situation that has been financially draining for you. So I can see here for some that it has been a financial issue, and your desire, your manifestation is to come into balance, if you will, for things to be moving smoothly again when it comes to your finances. You can have control, and you can have an excess of finances, you can have abundance in this realm, so you don't have to juggle anymore. For other people, again, this may mean a certain responsibility in their realms of relationships, be it family, friendships, partnerships, even business partnerships, even work-related responsibilities and trying to maintain a good work-life balance. Perhaps someone here has been overexerting themselves and has been overgiving, because this Knight of Chalices to me represents giving a lot of your emotions away, offering, right, to others, investing your energy, your emotions into situations, into other people. And perhaps at some point this has become too much for you. And the desire, again, is to have things flow smoothly, to be able to stay committed to the things you are loyal to the people you care about, while still feeling at ease in your own life. It is, in a sense, a need for mastery of circumstances, because this Queen of Wands tells me exactly this. It is a bit like the Magician card. As she holds her wand, there is this feeling of intention, the intention of wanting to direct the circumstances of life in a way that leads to satisfaction, leads to self-realization. And there is a need for confidence here. There is a need of confidence in your own abilities, and also one for planning, so that nothing catches you off guard. The Queen of Wands is also very much in touch with herself, so this could be, for some, the need to establish boundaries based on your own needs. So definitely recognizing that, for example, after a period of intense focus at work and lots of work hours that have been put in, there is also a need for rest, for replenishing, and setting that boundary, holding that up, standing up for yourself, so that you can indeed be a master of your circumstances. But what is happening behind the scenes is actually quite beautiful. We have the card of Justice here, and Justice speaks of your good deeds being rewarded and balance being restored. So it is actually quite beautiful, because Group 1's reading did also tie into this theme of balance, which was actually our intention today. So how beautiful and how appropriate it is that for the occasion of this equinox, of the Mabon celebration, that we do actually get to explore this theme of balance, and the universe is actually ready to work with us to help restore that equilibrium, if only we desire to focus on it and to get ourselves into the headspace of balance, of easy flow, juggling things, responsibilities, tasks, demands, in a way that is beneficial both to us and to all the important people in our lives. On this card, there's also another interesting message. So written on this stone are the words, harm none, right? This is the law of karma, this is the law of cause and effect. So what I'm getting here, a special message for a few of you, is that if someone has done you wrong, if someone has brought you sorrow, or has been trying to make life hard for you in some way with intention, right? That things will come back around and justice will be served, and it doesn't have to be in a cruel way, so to speak. It's not in the sense that something bad will happen to this person. No, absolutely not. This is about lessons, experiences that will help them see, that will help them come back into alignment also, and to understand ultimately that we should always hold the highest good of ourselves and all those around us, within our hearts at all times. Okay, so I will put the bottom of the deck card right over here, and I will draw 3 more cards. 3 more cards for each of these columns to get a clarification. So we have here for the Two of Pentacles, the Knight of Wands in reverse. Okay. What else regarding the desire? We have the Three of Wands. And one more card. Someone is being cautious, and it might not be a bad thing. We'll see. And the Knight of Swords, okay? So what is going on behind the scenes? What is going on here? Harvest. All right, beautiful. I think your group has really meaningful messages that align with the energies of this time of the year. Interesting. What a good choice you made. All right, and we have the Ten of Cups in reverse, and then we also have the Ten of Wands in reverse. Very interesting. Let me get 3 more cards here. I will arrange these so you can see everything. 3 more cards here for what needs to be released. And again, we haven't talked so much about the card of release, but there's definitely a need here to put yourself first. We have the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. And I hear, stop being so giving. Not that it's bad to be giving, but I feel that perhaps for some the responsibilities have taken a toll. We have the Ten of Swords. Okay, and we'll get 1 more card. 1 more card, please, for what needs to be released. And there is release here with the Ten of Swords. There is absolutely almost an ease in letting that go. The Ten of Swords is the ending of a cycle. And then we have the Fool, just saying, go for it. All right. So, group 2. What I'm seeing here is actually a really beautiful message from the universe that truly your desire, your intention will come to full harvest in this season, in the following 3 months. And you will be enjoying the fruits of your labor, of your focus. There is almost a willingness from the energies to work with you, to help you out on this front. But one must be also willing to let go of the burden. And you will be helped, actually, in the sense you will be guided on what the best way is to let go of this. And perhaps this burden will be taken away by someone, a person, or a circumstance. Something that is freeing you over here that you didn't foresee. The universe has your back on this and is working behind the scenes, figuring out a way on how to ease this load that you have been carrying. What I'm seeing here is that you have actually made quite a clear vision. You know what you want to get, you know what you're after, and you have done all the work. And now you're just waiting for the result, and it's almost as if you can touch it, you can taste it, you can feel it. It's not fully there, but you know, all of these containers are being unloaded. So you know it's there, it's just, it needs to be unpacked. It's almost as if the return on your investment is there, almost like you know the day when let's say the money arrives to your bank account. Okay, so if this has been some sort of a financial struggle, you're really right at the tail end of it. You can see, or you'll be seeing very soon, things arranging themselves in the way that you want, in the way that you hope. So I do feel that for you, group 2, you have a degree of certainty with a Knight of Swords, a certainty that this is coming true for you. And I can see you being quite excited about the new experience, because it will give you a sense of relief. So again, if this is in regards to the financial realm and you have been trying to make ends meet for perhaps a long time, then this new possibility that is coming your way really does seem very exciting. And yet, you are being called to have some caution. Give yourself some time to adjust to the new position. Perhaps it is a new job, a new business venture that is making you very excited, but at the same time, you are practicing some degree of restraint. Just because this is uncharted territory, it may feel a little bit unfamiliar. What I can see here going on behind the scenes with the Ten of Cups is that the universe is helping you refocus so that it's really less about them being all of the aspects that you have been investing too much of your emotion and too much of your energy into. So it will be a bit less about them and more about you, because it is your harvest, it is your hard work here that you are getting to enjoy, and you are starting to see what value you can bring to the world, how your work is valuable, how your work is meaningful, not just to yourself, but to other people as well, because this is a beautiful, abundant harvest that you will not be enjoying alone. Of course you will be sharing. So the universe is giving you the space to focus on that final bit of work that needs to be done before you can enjoy the fruits of your labor. You are being given some space here to focus on your priorities and put some of the unnecessary burdens down. So at the end, you reap the rewards. And it is in good justice. It is everything you deserve, because you have been giving so lovingly, so unconditionally, but now it is your time to shine. And it is obviously, again, not just about yourself. This isn't greediness. It is the opposite. It is having a lot so you can give back a lot. This is really a very beautiful message here for you, group 2. And we can see it again over here on what needs to be released. Because with the King of Pentacles, see how tightly he is holding on to that coin, but he is reversed over here. So this is again a message of generosity, a message of giving, to release the mindset of scarcity, of insecurity, of not having enough, not having enough time, not having enough money, and not having enough skills to do something. This is an encouragement to actually go for it. You do have the right skills, you do have what it takes. And this really reminds me of a story that I read in the book The Power by Rhonda Byrne. So this was from a time before her international success with the series The Secret, and she was working on this project of hers. It was either about writing her book or making the movie The Secret, the movie that took off so spectacularly. I think at least half of the world population must have seen The Secret by now. So she was really very much invested in this project and putting all of her money and all of her savings into, I think it was the filming of the movie The Secret. And at that point all of her cards were maxed out, and she was in debt, literally in debt. And she knew that there was truth to her teachings, that there was truth to the law of attraction, and how events are just essentially thoughts and feelings made manifest. And what she was manifesting at the time was this mindset of scarcity, of not having enough money, because she was always worrying about how she's going to pay her next bills, and is she going to have the financial security to complete the project in the way that she desired. So one day she was very adamant that she was going to change that. So what she did was she went to an ATM machine and took out all the remaining money on her card on that day. It was money that she was supposed to pay bills with and buy food with, all right? But something almost took over her, and she decided to take that money and give some dollar notes to all of the people she met in the street until she had given all of the money away. It was not to prove something to the universe in a sense, but actually to be able to completely release this scarcity mindset from within herself. So she did this, and she actually went home and felt really good about it. She saw all the smiles, all the gratitude from the people she gave away money to, and that made her really happy. And within a couple of days she received a phone call telling her that a company of a friend of hers who she had bought shares in the stock market from a while ago just took off, and she is getting a great return on her investment, and it was enough money to cover all of her debt. I think that's how the story goes. If you want the exact story, get the book The Power by Rhonda Byrne. But this is actually what this card reminded me of. Just letting go in complete trust that you are being taken care of. And of course for some that might not be giving all of your money away, but what if one day you decide to buy a gift for a friend, someone you perhaps really wanted to give thanks to, and for a moment just forget about things like the price of the gift, the cost of it. Just get something from the heart, something that would really make them happy. You can try that. If it's about a financial issue that you're dealing with right here. If, for example, you feel like you don't have enough time, that you are always very busy, that life is just go, go, go. Actually, try to decide that in spite of all of these things that I need to take care of, I'm gonna take a day off. I know that my workload might be a lot bigger afterwards, right? And I will have to catch up on some work, but I will take a day off today. Spend it with family, spend it with friends, give them my full attention, and see how that plays out in your own life. Because we have here the Green Man, which is the Fool card. It is about stepping into a new experience without looking back. A new experience, a new mindset, a new attitude. You are being encouraged to release the past, and these can be fears, insecurities, doubts, thoughts, patterns that you have dealt with, that have caused stagnation, that have caused pain, and embrace a new mindset, a new attitude. Out with the old, in with the new is the message that I'm seeing here right now. And you are being given a big, big yes here from the universe. Yes, we heard your prayers. Yes, everything that you asked for is on the way. you will be enjoying your harvest this autumn. Rest assured. Alright, group 2. So now I will clear up all of these cards and get some oracle cards for you. And we'll get to see if there's any other messages. So see you in a moment. Alright, so first of all I'm gonna get some tea leaf messages. And let's see, what else is there for group 2 to know regarding their manifestation that is coming in this autumn. What else is there for group 2 to know? Okay, I think all of these cards are enough. So first of all we have V, victory in some endeavor. So this is again a confirmation that you are getting what you desire. We have boot, increase your efforts if you want to achieve your goals. So this is pretty straightforward. It's about staying focused, and if you have been trying to find balance, you are being encouraged to keep it up, to make schedule, to prioritize the things that you need in your life right now. Right? We also have fair man. This is dealings or relationship with a man with blonde, gray or white hair. This can be anyone, perhaps a family member, perhaps a friend, a co-worker. We have dog, far away. A distant friend is thinking of you. Perhaps it is this fair man, and they will have some involvement in the way this manifestation is coming your way. We also have bridge. That's lovely. Successfully overcoming a problem. Alright, so there's that for confirmation. And then we have mountain with major challenge to overcome, and I see you overcoming it. We have victory. We have successfully overcoming a problem. Perhaps this has been a big problem for you. You had to put in a great effort to balance out your life. But yes, it is coming. Let's get some other cards for you. What else is there to know for group 2 and the desire that they are manifesting this autumn? Let's see. Alright, coming apart. And what else? Sad embrace. So this is quite interesting. I'll actually draw some tarot for you right on this one, because I feel it is a separate message that is making me wonder, what is this coming apart and sad embrace? What is this about? What is this about for group 2? Right, we have one card. I'll draw three cards. Three cards here for group 2. Coming apart and sad embrace. And we have here the numbers 46 and then 45. One more card, I'll take this one. So, we have here the 8 of Pentacles, we have the Oak King, which is the Hangman, and then we also have the Page of Cups. So, group 2, I'm getting the message that over here, it may be that this major challenge that you have had is to let go of something that you have put a lot of your work into. A lot of your time and effort and attention was directed on this one thing. But something happened to shift your perspective. And perhaps you have come to an understanding that if you want to move forward in your life in order to be happy on all fronts, you are required to let go of this thing, situation, person, job, whatever it is. Even if you invested so much of your time. And it would be sad. It would be indeed sad. Because it's something you wanted for so long, but maybe there wasn't enough passion in there, because I see you here finding inspiration in something completely new. Pages are new, fresh energy. Something here stirred up your emotions in the most beautiful way. You are seeing it now. You are seeing things from a different perspective. And you are acknowledging that even though sometimes it's hard, it's all right to let go of the old in order to move forward in life, in order to have a progression. It is really a cutting with this 46 that becomes then 45. It is a cutting of the things that don't serve us in order to encourage new growth. It's the same as with a plant, with a tree. If there's some leaves or branches that are perhaps not very healthy, we must be ready to cut those away in order to encourage growth at an even higher level. Alright, so this is the message that was coming in for you. I will get a few more oracle cards. What else is there to know here for group 2 and their manifestation that is coming in this morning? What else is there to know? My throat is feeling better than yesterday when I was recording for group 1, but still not perfect just yet. Oh, this is the same card that came out for group 1. Alright, but everything happens for a reason, doesn't it? So meadow with vulnerability, right? That's beautiful. It's interesting that you got the same message in the exact same position. Okay, so we have meadow with vulnerability, and then we have, what else? Autumnal equinox with release. This is exactly this time of the year, right? Everything that we've been talking about is about the autumn equinox. And again, the message of release, the message of letting go of the old, to embrace a whole new experience that is successful, that brings us victory. It is indeed the goal that we have been working towards for such a long time. And that release, that cutting, might make us feel vulnerable. There may be some sadness associated with it, but that doesn't mean it's a bad thing in and of itself. Absolutely not. Because something better lays on the other side. So it is alright to acknowledge these emotions of sadness, but also know that they are temporary, and you are exactly on the right path for you at this time. I will get now 2 more cards from this new deck that I have. It's the Heartcrafter's Tarot, and as I do so, I will also be reading from the guidebook to see if there's any valuable piece of advice right now for you from the universe. And we will close this reading by actually drawing a little message from the universe, a little message of encouragement. Alright, so we have, okay, again, Justice, how beautiful. So number 11, Justice with cannabis. And then one more card. I love how everything ties in together. Isn't it great when that happens? And then we have the Empress, number 3, with Rose. Alright. Number 3 is a card of growth, is a card of expansion, of fertility and abundance. So no wonder this is coming your way, group 2. Absolutely is. It is a confirmation from the universe right here that everything we have been talking about, all of the cards that we were looking at, bear this beautiful message of success and achievement and growth within your own life. So let's read from the guidebook. We will look at the Justice card first. Number 11. Alright, so seek the truth, make informed decisions, and consider the consequences of your actions. So the message is, the personal is political. Clarity and understanding are necessary before making a decision. Until the 1900s, 75% of the world's paper was made from hemp. A campaign targeting people of color criminalized marijuana use and shifted popular opinion, leading to the perception of cannabis as a dangerous drug. The loss of a valued remedy for pain and mental illness, as well as a sustainable source of clothing and paper, is minor compared to the continued impact the campaign has had on people of color. The recent legalization of marijuana further complicates the issue. The unfolding story of cannabis teaches about imbalances of power. When life asks you for ruling, arm yourself with information from all sides. Stand on the side of truth and fight for what is right. This is really interesting. And as a final message, claim responsibility for your actions. Record your commitment on hemp paper. Yes. So, again, this is a message of determination, of taking charge of your own life, and also, again, of getting justice, divine justice, if you will, and everything balancing itself out. Because power cannot be imbalanced. Actually, in this universe, there will always be that point of equilibrium. So, if one of the scales has been hanging very heavy for a really long time, at some point the tables will turn. And it looks here that they are turning in your favor. So let's look at number 3, the Empress with Rose. Alright, this is lovely. Be vulnerable, yet strong. Nurture love and compassion. See beauty and abundance in every stage of life. So, healing the heart heals the world. Learn to be vulnerable, yet strong like the delicate petals of the rose, protected by thorns. Roses uplift the spirit and inspire love. Embody sensuality in bold, vibrant ways. Let creativity and abundance flourish around and within you. Wild roses are prolific, creating food, medicine, and shelter for all who encounter them. As all parts of the rose contain medicine, every stage of your life finds passionate expression. Create, make, love, play. It is a fertile, generative time. All right. Oh, how beautiful is that? Again, you are coming into your power here. It is a time of expansion. It is a time of good fortune. Right? You can be strong while also expressing your heart's desires. I just love how everything came together so beautifully in your reading. So now to end it, I will get you a little message from the universe. There were 6 to begin with, but I already drew one for group 1. So you are left with 5, and I will be closing my eyes and mixing them around a little bit until I get a feel of which one here for group 2. What message does group 2 need to hear today? I'm really feeling this one. All right. So let's read it together. Aha, this is interesting. So someone here might have been invested in some manifestation techniques, I'm gathering. All right. So the message is, don't punish yourself with techniques that don't feel good. There's no right or wrong way to practice. We know what your heart truly wants. One emotion-filled daydream that you put out there in full trust can move more mountains than hours of weary affirmations. Follow your inner compass. You are divinely connected. Love the universe. All right, so this is beautiful. I will leave it right there for you. Again, this is about trusting yourself and connecting with your inner knowing and your inner divine power. Perhaps for some of us, it's not that obvious in our busy day-to-day life. But when we take a moment to center ourselves, perhaps meditate, breathe in deeply, and ask ourselves a question. And don't rush the answer. The answer will come at the perfect time. It will be an aha moment. You have that guidance within you, and you know what is best for you. And you are clearly headed in the direction of your dreams. So I'm very, very happy for you, Group 2. So this is where I leave you today. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more pick a card videos. And again, if you want to join me for the blessing ritual at the end, there will be a timestamp provided below. But for now, I'm wishing you a good day or a good night wherever you are. Take good care of yourself, and I will see you next time. Bye!